You ever thought about how you want to die?
Yeah, I always imagine it's going to be epic.
Yeah, something memorable. I think everybody wants that, though. But some people really screw that up.
Today on the show.
Good morning, Scallywags. Happy Tuesday. It's the last week of season 1.
Wow.
And I'm kind of depressed about it, I'm not going to lie. That's your line.
No, I need a shower.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been...
Yeah, we it's out of a superstitious kind of thing. Neither one of us have bathed since we started this 6 months ago.
Shaved, though. We've shaved, but
a few times.
Trust me, my boss at work.
It's totally not true. But today we're talking about the Darwin Awards.
You guys know what the Darwin Awards are, right?
If you don't, you should. This is basically where people have died in just such a way that you just thank you for exiting the gene pool.
Saving more oxygen for us.
Yeah. Just in the most ridiculously epic ways that they deserve an award for it. So we're talking about 6 of our favorites today. So why don't you kick us off?
All right, yeah, I got a kickoff one right here for you. Gary Hoy.
A kickoff one. That's a great place to kick.
Yeah, it's a great kickoff.
Yeah.
Gary Hoy was a respected Toronto lawyer, and he happened to be a philanthropist.
A flying
philanthropist. But sadly, he's mostly remembered for his embarrassing death.
Yeah.
While attending a reception for some new students, Hoy decided to demonstrate the strength of the boardroom's unbreakable windows, throwing himself against them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this time they proved less than indestructible, and he plummeted 24 stories to the courtyard below. According to witnesses, he would often do this stunt to impress visitors, but would normally bounce harmlessly off the glass. Indeed, tempting fate, he had already performed the trick once during the reception before he did it a second and last.
It worked every time until it didn't.
He should have known better. Obviously, he should have known better. But as such, he realized that the unbreakable claim was literally untrue. I can do this, guys. Bounce. See? It's totally harmless.
Chocolate milk. Splat. Blap.
I wonder if he made the Wilhelm scream.
I like to think so.
Or the Goofy scream.
And then he demonstrated the blap effect. Because science teacher and all that. Or no, lawyer.
Lawyer.
Well, no one's going to miss him. This happened back in 1997. And this is one that whenever I talk about Darwin Awards, this is one of 2 that I always bring up. And the second one will be up here in just a little bit. But this happened over in Asia, in Thailand, actually. Basically, there's a thing over there that they call pumping. And this is, it's kind of a fetish thing where you take a bicycle pump and insert it into your butt and you pump. And this is they kind of get a sexual satisfaction out of doing so. Well, I cannot pronounce this guy's name, so I'm not even going to try. But basically, the regular bicycle pumps just wasn't cutting it. So some friends,
need more power.
He and some friends had boasted that they were going to try the compressed air hose at a nearby gas station. It's a little stronger than a bicycle pump, in case you haven't realized that yet.
More power.
Long story short, not realizing how powerful the machine was, he inserted the tube deep into his rectum, placed the coin in the slot, and as a result, he died virtually instantly when the pressure of the air was so strong, mixing with his bodily gases, he exploded!
He went boom.
Boom. That's not even the best part. The best part is that there was a woman that was nearby that was pumping gas that thought that when she hears a loud boom, sees red stuff like coming down from the sky and starts applauding because she thought fireworks were going off.
Oh, wow.
We salute you.
Salute your stupidity, sir. I've got one. Jack Barnes. Dr. Jack Barnes.
Jack Barnes.
Jack Barnes.
24.
24.
That's never mind. Jack
He's a highly educated person with some very odd family values.
No.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say.
He was studying a potentially fatal Irukandji syndrome. I butchered that names, guys. We
do
messed
that.
it up all season long. Season.
Hashtag season.
Now we'll spell it later. We'll spell it later for you, Barb. It was responsible that a string of species of jellyfish was actually causing this, but nobody knew which one. So after weeks of patient underwater exploration, Barnes identified the species he absolutely thought was responsible, but he couldn't be sure. So you want to know how he went about finding it out?
Oh, do tell.
He stung himself. He stung his 9-year-old son. And he stung a local lifeguard.
Oh, my God.
Soon after the experiment, Barnes and the unfortunate offspring and lifeguard developed muscle spasms. Unfortunate offspring.
Not unfortunate because of the incident. Unfortunate because it's his offspring.
Yeah, because it was his dad.
Yeah.
Developed muscle spasms, vomiting, and board-like abdominal muscles just kind of like clenching and tightening. They were rushed to the hospital where they suffered from 24-hour headaches. Barnes did die, though, knowing that species of jellyfish actually causes the syndrome.
Yeah.
It's a shame that his kid had to lay there and die, too. But
yeah.
Could you imagine the wife? Yelling and screaming the whole time at the bedside.
Wow.
He was probably wanting death.
Yeah. Did you know that you can't turn a hand grenade into a harmless firework by using a chainsaw?
No, I always thought, if you just cut the...
I mean, you would think. You're just going to cut, clean cut, Well, apparently a frugal man once tried to save some money by using a grenade to create his own fireworks.
Oh, yeah, he created fireworks.
For some unknown reason, he decided to use a chainsaw to crack open the grenade and get that sweet, sweet gunpowder inside.
Sweet, sweet gunpowder.
Well, in case you don't know how science works, metal on metal tends to create sparks. And grenades are pretty much made up of, flammable gunpowder. Needless to say, sparks started flying through the air shortly before parts of the man did as well. And, you get the picture.
He didn't get the picture. He'll never get the picture again.
He blew up, go boom.
He went boom. You see the theme here?
Big.
The theme.
Big, bada boom, big.
All right. So I saved my best one for last.
Oh, so did
I. In 1995, a daring daredevil named Robert, they didn't give his last name, his name was Robert, decided to attempt something nobody. Okay, guys, you've heard of the people going over Niagara Falls in barrels, right? Mm-hmm. And that's been a thing in the past, and there've been some daredevils recently try to do it. Well, how about trying to go over Niagara Falls, Spoo, on a jet ski?
Oh, I could totally pull that off.
That's how he did. He fitted his jet ski with a rocket booster.
Oh, my God.
With a rocket booster. And he was thinking it was carrying a parachute. The idea was to fire the booster as soon as he hit the falls, opening the parachute at the apex of his flight, and then drifting gently down to the waters below. Robert failed to factor in one crucial element, though. Water makes things wet. Did you know water
does make things wet?
And you know what else?
There's crime in Gotham.
And you know what else
That's
it
a Batman
tends to
Superman
do?
joke.
Yeah, it's totally.
Donald
And you know what else water tends to do? Puts out fire.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. As he hurtled towards the falls and pressed the button, the waterlogged rocket failed to ignite. Whee! He plummeted off the edge, but he tried his parachute, but it wasn't waterproof either. So it failed to deploy. So what you see here is we have a problem. Failure to ignite. Water and fire don't mix. They
And stupid and death-defying stunts don't mix either. Oh, so, there's been plenty of times in the past that, concerts are overpriced. A lot of, especially like some of your big bands out there. Say, I don't know, Metallica, for example. Their concert tickets tend to be pretty pricey. Well, two men, did you know that there's a town in Washington called George? George Washington. That's awesome. Well, in 1996, police in George Washington issued a report on the events leading up to the deaths of Robert Ulanke and his friend Orman D. Young, who was 27, at a Friday night Metallica concert. I'm going to give you the, just cut right to it. Basically, they were playing at an amphitheater, and these two gentlemen decided that they wanted to go to this concert, but did not want to pay to go in. So they drove a pickup truck up to the top of the backside of the amphitheater. They backed up to the fence. They weren't counting for the fact that there would be a 7-foot fence there. So the first guy, he climbs the fence and hops on over, not taking into the account that there's a 23-foot drop on the other side.
If you notice the theme, every one of these, except for his grenade, has got a drop.
So Ulanke, if I'm pronouncing that correct, was in the pickup that was on. Okay, well, we'll get to that. Basically, they found Young at the bottom of a 20-foot drop. Young was found with severe lacerations, numerous fractures, contusions, and a branch in his anal cavity. He had been stabbed, and his pants were in a tree above him about 15 feet off the ground.
Branch in his anal cavity?
Yeah, and his pants were gone.
We're not going to hashtag that?
I think we've already done branch butt. Hashtag branch butt.
There you go.
There you go. According to commissioner in charge of the investigation, they had tried to get tickets for the concert was sold out, so it's not like they didn't want to pay. But
they wanted to crash it.
Right. So they moved the truck up to the edge of the fence, and they climbed over. So he jumped over the fence, promptly fell about half the distance before a large tree branch broke his fall, and also broke his left forearm. He also managed to get his shorts caught on the branch. Since he is now in great pain and had no way to extract himself and his shorts from the tree, he decided to cut his shorts off with a knife and fell down to the bushes below. So now he's fallen 23 feet, is now in the bushes. He's all cut up. He's got a broken arm, etc., etc., etc. As soon as he cut the last piece of fabric that was holding him to the branch, he suddenly plummeted the rest of the way down, losing his grip on his knife, which stabbed him. The bushes that he had depended on to break his fall were actually holly bushes.
Oh!
He landed in them, causing massive number of cuts. He also had the misfortune of landing squarely on a holly bush branch that went right up his butt. The knife, which he had been, that he accidentally released, had now landed and stabbed him in his left thigh. Was in, needless to say, a lot of pain. So his buddy, Ulanke, had observed a series of numbers of tumbles and realized that Young was in trouble. He hit upon the idea of lowering a rope to his friend and pulling him up over the fence. This was complicated by the fact that Ulanke was outweighed by his friend by a good 100 pounds. Happily, despite his drunken state, he realized that he could use their truck to pull him up. Unfortunately, because of his drunken state, he put the truck in reverse instead of drive. Yeah, went right through the fence and landed right on top of Young. Yeah, and Ulanke was thrown from the truck and subsequently died from internal injuries. So that's how a dead 255-pound man with no pants on, with a truck on top of him and a stick up his butt, came to be. So hey, what's your favorite Darwin Award? Go ahead and put that down in the comments below. Oh, man.
Oh, that's...
good God. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And while you're on Facebook, click, well, you don't have to click, but follow this address right here, www.facebook.com/The Scallywag Show, and you can get yourself one of these.
That didn't look creepy at all.
A lovely show shirt. Yes, I'm going very 80s with my t-shirt and rolled up sleeved thing here. It works for me. I like it. But yeah, extremely comfy shirts. We've got all kinds of colors. So all we need there is just, hey, I'm interested in buying a shirt. Yeah. Shoot us a message letting us know the size, the color that you want, all that good stuff. They're $20, and we will get in touch with you to get that ball rolling.
Mm-hmm. Continue to watch us on the YouTubes, guys. You know, like, share, subscribe, comment. Give us those thumbs up. We're not taking too much time off, but we are nearing the end of season 1, as he said before. So just hang on tight. we won't be without us for very long.
Season 2 will start on Monday, January 1st, and during the break, we're still going to be releasing other types of content, and then one kind of super show a week sort of thing. But yeah, mostly just kind of unrelated stuff, more fun stuff, that type of thing. So.
Yep. So, tomorrow's Wednesday.
Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we've got something special for you.
Last worst week of season one.
We got something special for you tomorrow, so don't miss that. We'll see you there.
Hey, I'm Bill. And I'm Adam. And here's your Russian clip of the day.
Hello, Scallywags! We're so happy that you enjoyed that episode! Talking about dead people and stupidity and stuff. Well, I know I loved it. Well, hey, if you want to watch more wonderful things like that, go ahead and click right here. And you can watch the show from the beginning.
Yeah. And if you like that, click here to see more.
Yeah, subscribe right there on his chest. It's wonderful. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow for Worst Week Wednesday.